Okay guys, this is the cheapest bash plate I was able to find for 450 MT. I bought it on AliExpress, but I think the same version you can also find on Uncle Wang's shop. It was about 85 euros with the shipping and creation tax. Regarding quality, the quality is really excellent. As you can see, this is made of the single aluminium piece. There is no welds, there are no bolts, there are no rivets, just a single piece, pre-cut with all the holes and probably stamped with hydraulic press. And it's not even that heavy, so for 85 euros, I think it's a great option. Of course, the only problem with all the Chinese stuff is the lack of manual. So you will receive these parts without the manual, and then you will have to guess where everything is going. So the first thing, there are two rubber O-rings which go here on the side. So as you can see, I already mounted this on my motorcycle. I just removed it to see how hard would it be to fit it again if I went to the dealer for the service, because the original installation was not easy. So maybe this will help you if you decide for this bash plate. Maybe this will help you how to mount it without the problems, because the order of operation is very important. So if, like you start with this front screws, it will be very difficult for you to mount this bash plate, because these holes here, if you can see for the original ones, this is something like 16 centimeters. And if you see the original holes, you will see that the actual holes are drilled a little bit together, which should make it easier for you to fit the original bash plate. And here, if you start with these holes, then it will be pretty hard. So let's see the parts here. You have this M6 screws, which will go here, and you have these spacers, which goes on here on the other side. First you will put these spacers here, and on the other one side, and then you have this M6 screws, which will go here. You have the long M8 screws, which go in the front, so you cannot make the mistake here. So they will go here, and the short ones will go here on the side, so here. The only thing which I don't know where to put is these spacers here, and I think this is the mistake from the original bash plate they made, because here is a missing hole. Actually, you have on the frame you have a place where to put another screw, and only logical thing would to put this spacer here. So as you can see, these spacers are not able to go here, so this one we will left here, and then we will mount the bash plate. So like I said, the order of operation is first to put these screws on the side along with the spacers, then continue to the front screws, and then to the bottom ones. Initially, when I tried to mount my bash plate, there was not enough space for these spacers to mount the bash plate on the frame. So what I did is I bend it a little bit like this. So just put it with your foot down like this, and push it with both hands. and push it with your legs, not with your back or your hands, and it will slightly bend, and it will be then much easier to mount. So I will mount this, I will try to mount this back on the motorcycle and see now when this base plate was already mounted for I think week or two, maybe, to see how it will be to mount it back. Will it be the same or will it be a little bit easier than the first time? Okay, we can start. Make sure that you bend this enough outwards so there is enough space to fit in the frame. You should first put these two spacers, and then you will try to mount this. I can tell right now this was much easier the second time. So when this was already mounted on the bike, so just a couple of turns for screws to catch the, and then continue with the front ones. Start with the right one, align it here. Okay, and now the challenging part will be this one, but as we know what the problem is, just use your hand and push here on the frame, and then you'll be able to like this. So leave it loose everywhere. And now the side ones. This one was also easy to mount the last time. The problematic was the one on the other side. I had to push the bash plate with there. So let me try to mount this one and see how it goes. Actually now everything goes smoothly, so when you mount it the first time it will probably adapt the shape to the frame and everything will be okay. So just remember, start with these ones, the front, and then bottom ones. And if you are wondering where to put these ones, I would guess they go here. They will go here, but you will need to drill a hole. We'll put it here. You will need to drill a hole here, but you will have to be very precise because it will be very hard to align all these bolts. So I think this is okay, but if you want extra strength, drill a hole and put another screw. So actually the mounting is not that hard. Just make sure that you bend it before mounting to have enough space to go around the frame. And that's it. If you are considering alternatives, you have a couple of alternatives. You have the OM ones from CFMOTO, but I think they are the same ones, like this. Maybe with additional hole, I'm not sure, because on the pictures I couldn't tell if this hole exists on the OM one or not, but they are 200 euros. You have Outback Motortech, which are around 270 euros, which are probably a little bit better, but you know, the price is almost 3 times. You have AXP Racing, the plastic ones. If you are targeting the lightest one, I think this plastic composite is the best. And if you want maximum protection, you should go with the Australian guys, B&B. They have the best one. I don't know how much, I think it's around 300 euros. But it will also cover part of the engine here. As you can see, this bash plate is covering only the bottom part. If you go into the woods, it's very easy to catch some of these cables in the bushes and strip them off. So if you are planning to ride this hard or in the real off-road environment, go for the B&B. But the price is almost 5 times in this. This is really nice quality for the bucks, so recommended. Don't be afraid for the mounting. Just do it as I showed you and everything will be okay. That's it.